like love at first sight. I was like, I'm in. This is just the kindest, best group, the Pleasanton chapter, and I just loved it. But
Now with me to talk about Toastmasters is somebody who himself is a former radio show host from Southern California. He has won a White House recognition certificate as well, and right now he's a champion in AI. But right now he's here to talk about public speaking. Ash, welcome to Radio Zindagi.
hey, happy to be here. Big fan of what you're doing, and this station is so very, very nice, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you, really appreciate it. Now, Ash, you have done so many things, so I'm sure who better to understand the importance of public speaking than you? Now, there are people out there who probably want to do public speaking but have no clue what Toastmaster is.
Yeah.
Now, what is Toastmaster? Is it a workshop, seminar? What is it exactly?
Yeah, Toastmasters is a public speaking organization, and the great thing about it is it doesn't matter what level of speaking you have. You could not have any public speaking experience. You could have some small experience. You could be someone who speaks for a living like yourself. It doesn't matter. It helps make you a better communicator and a better person because you learn how to speak, you learn how to collaborate with people, you learn what it's like to be a leader. It's truly a God-sent organization.
So, if there are meetings in Toastmasters, if there's not a workshop or a seminar, what are those meetings like? Give us an idea. Like if somebody's listening and like meeting, what happens in those meetings?
Yeah, that's a great question. And here's what's great. It doesn't matter if you're in Fremont, if you're in LA, if you're in Canada, the same format is pretty much applicable. Your club, which is our local club, meets once a week, and you get to hear some different speeches. You have an opportunity to either be an evaluator of those speeches, or you have an opportunity just to sit back and learn. And the idea is that you get inspired and you're like, okay, I want to speak next week. Or if you're not ready to speak, that's fine. We pair you up with a mentor and they'll guide you how to speak. Or if you're like, hey, speaking is something that I really want to do, we have tracks. If you want to learn how to be a comedic speaker, if you want to learn how to be a presentation type of speaker, if you're like an executive, or if you want to do you want to do more creative speaking, there's different tracks for you. And here's what's great. There's no pressure. You can take as much time as you want.
Absolutely. And I'll just throw in my own personal experience because I've done Toastmasters multiple times.
Yeah.
Many times, even when you're not speaking or not evaluating, just listening to other people and their evaluation helps you a lot sometimes because you're like, oh yeah, now I know what they mean, right?
100%.
And Ash, for you yourself, like having done Toastmasters, did something change for you? Now you are already being a good public speaker, but did Toastmasters help? Did any opportunities open up as a result?
Yes, both fronts. On a personal level, see, as a radio show host, I've done over 500 interviews in my lifetime, but there's a script you have to do. You have to cater to, the vibe of the station, the guests, the subjects. So I learned how to public speak, but I didn't get to speak truly authentically inside. And Toastmasters allowed me to flex my creative muscles. It allowed me to talk about things that I didn't get to talk about on air. I got to talk about my personal journey. I got to learn and realize that I actually have a comedic side. I got to learn to talk about, impromptu speaking. It's something called table topics. These are skill sets that not only help me, even if I was still a radio show host or anything in communications, it still helps me in anything I do right now. And then the second question, does Toastmasters open up opportunities? Absolutely. I have gotten various coaching, advisor opportunities. I've gotten opportunities where I can guide public speaking. I myself have done public speaking contests, and a lot of it came from the training I've gotten from Toastmasters. And it'll still go because I plan to stay with them for a while.
Interesting. And I'm guessing based on all the things they've said, it has somehow changed your overall mindset and habits because you've probably learned or explored something new about yourself.
Yeah, the biggest thing it's helped me do is learn that you don't take things personal. So the thing about Toastmasters is that it is a very constructive, feedback-driven organization.
Right.
The more you put into it, the more feedback you'll get. And I've learned that, okay, if someone's telling me, stop using your hands this way, or walk around more, or enunciate better, it's not a personal jab.
Right.
It's just more about, oh, this is going to help me be a better version of myself. So if you're into self-growth, then I can't think of a better one of the better organizations in Toastmasters out there.
I couldn't agree more because if you're speaking just in public, nobody's going to come and give you feedback there.
Yeah.
And if they do, it's not a great place to be in. It's a safe and secure environment.
Yes.
Everybody wants to learn and they give you feedback.
Yes.
That's amazing. Now, What's the next step for someone who's listening right now saying, Toastmasters sounds interesting, but how do they check it out? How do they get more information about the meetings, places, venues? Like, what's the next step for them?
Yeah, the place you should go to is, so we have a site. It's tmradio.info, and you'll see in the camera I'm pointing it up. tmradio.info, and there's all this information on our club. And I want to give a preface. Try out different clubs. With Toastmasters, you can go to 2-3 different chapters. Some are in person, some are Zoom, some are hybrid, some are evenings, mornings, lunchtime. If you work at a company, there's corporate Toastmaster programs too, like Cisco, Microsoft. All these companies have them there. Explore. And the other thing I would say too is just go with no expectations. Again, I said this in the beginning. It doesn't matter what level of speaker you are. Toastmasters will help you. It doesn't matter how good you are. Toastmasters will make you better.
And actually, remind me, maybe things have changed since I was in Toastmasters. You can still go there as a guest to just check out the meeting.
Yeah, you can go to as many. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. Good call. You can go to as many meetings as you want before you become a member. We've had people come 5 or 6 times, and it's because they were Toastmaster club dating. They were checking out different clubs, getting to know the clubs, getting to know the vibe.
Right.
And I really emphasize that. Not every club is the right fit. The style of the meeting, the things you will do are the same, but the culture of the club is it's different. And so I encourage you to check out clubs. But if you find that right club, I got lucky. I went to the first club after moving back here 2.5 years ago, and it was like love at first sight. I was like, I'm in. This is just the kindest, best group, the Pleasanton chapter, and I just loved it. But I know people who did vice versa or opposite of that, so it's up to you.
Fantastic. So listeners, all you have to remember is tmradio.info. TM, which stands for Toastmasters, tmradio.info, and then go ahead and check out Toastmasters closest to you, and happy public speaking to you. Ash, thank you so much for taking time out, coming on air, coming to the studio. Thank you so much for that.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you so much.